So here is the shooting video, part 2 of the TR19S review that I said I would do, and the weather finally cooperated enough. We've got 2 boxes of the Sterling buckshot. We've got a box of Winchester White Box, number 8 shot, and half a box of Suprema 12 gauge, double-aught buck, 9 pellet. Here it is. Again, you can kind of get an idea of its scale. It's a pretty long shotgun here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the magazine. Set that aside. And then we're going to check that the action is clear. Nothing in there. Here's our magazine. Here's your loading end. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes, magazine tubes. So you take your shot shell like this in, and you push it all the way in, and it gets captured by these fingers here. So there's 1. You want to push with your thumb. And once you get the hang of it, these are pretty easy to load. If you can see right here, you got your brass that's visible through your viewing windows. Now, as I mentioned before, you have to have this magazine sideways when you load it, because if the magazine tube is in line, it will automatically load a shot shell. So here is the magazine retainer. You want to make sure that it is up and sideways like that. Take your magazine in an X configuration. When the magazine is full, it is kind of hard to get in there. So we'll go ahead and shoot this guy here in a moment. And I have removed 1 round from each chamber. I have compared these shells to the other shell's lengths, and these are noticeably longer. These Sterling buckshot rounds are longer than both the Suprema and the Winchester White Box. Now, with 1 less round in it, it will go on, push down, much easier, lift and twist, and it went in much easier than before. So that would cause a problem with any shotgun capacity. If you're using a tube fed, it would hold 1 less round, and in these tubes, it holds 1 less round. It was very tight seating the last round of the magazine. So you want to check your shotgun ammo length anytime that you're using different rounds, and you may find that you can only load 1 less shell, just like a 2 3/4 versus 3-inch. So let's try this again. I'm going to turn this and show you the auto load. As you see, that's locked back. Automatically loaded that first round, bolt goes home. So it's going to do that every time it runs empty. So let's shoot a little bit. Locked open. Fed the next round. Locked open. And it's ready to be shot again. Rotate. Locked open. There we go. Locked open. Last round. So ready to just pop that out of there, ready to be loaded again, or if you had another magazine, ready to go. Okay, so I know what you're all thinking. Will this feed and cycle the cheap Walmart Winchester white box stuff? Because that, in reality, isn't that what we're shooting the most of anyway? The cheapest shot shells we can get. So we'll go ahead and find out. One jam. Easy to clear. Jam. Did not pop. Oh, I'm sorry, I had one more in there. Jam, but cleared. Jam, fed. All right, so we didn't have very good luck with the Winchester white box. I've got another shell type. These are Champion number 8 1 ounce shots. Now these did cycle before, so I am interested to see if they'll cycle again in this. These are also fairly cheap. I found these for about $89, a flat of $250 locally. So that is fairly cheap for birdshot rounds. Let's see how they do. Lock it back. Fed the first round. And just one jam on the very last one. So, except for that one failure to feed, I think it went pretty well with that cheap birdshot. All right, so we're loaded up with 8 rounds of the Suprema double-lot buckshot in the TR19S. Let's see how it does. All right, let's go and check out the damage done downrange by the Garaysar TR19S horizontal magazine shotgun. Up to 16 rounds at 2 3/4 buckshot, 9 pellets per shell. That's quite a lot of lead downrange. Okay, so some final thoughts on the TR19S. I think this is a pretty neat way to do a higher capacity shotgun design. Being able to hold 12 to 16 rounds, depending on the length of your shell, and this will do 3-inch shells as well. So that will even further decrease your capacities depending on the length of the shell. So I believe you get 12 3 inches. Now, if they're a little bit longer than a normal shell, you may get less than that. So you can have 16 shells without a super huge drum or stick mag sticking down below your shotgun. So these shotguns run about $600 to $800 from what I've seen online, and it's done pretty well so far. As you could see, we had some issues with the Winchester white box, which are known to be on the lower power end of lower power end of things. So with the Challenger birdshot, however, we only had one failure to feed on the very last round. With the Suprema and the Sterling shells, we had very good function. So this shotgun may just need to fire some more, sorry for the cows there, to fire some more rounds to break in before it will start reliably feeding the Winchester white box. However, that ammo has been known to give all kinds of different shotguns issues just due to its low powered. However, the Challenger was about under $90 a flat of $250. So it's very affordable, and this ate it up pretty well. Now, I will say this is a nice shotgun just for range use, just something to mess around with. You can get into a horizontal mag tube shotgun without dropping M1216, the SRM arms, or the IWI Tavor TS12 money. Both of those shotguns run mid-thousand range prices. And I will have a review of both of those coming later. So for under $1,000, I think this is a really cool range toy. Thanks everybody for joining me for the shooting review of the TR19S shotgun by Garaysar. I want to thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And once again, remember, if you're not out having fun shooting, what are you doing? Everybody have a good night. Thank you.